I want to get into how the business is doing, but first, got a question about the financing because debt is becoming an important component of how later stage companies are raising. Arctic Wolf last week, $400 million debt, a big piece of that. How much of that is to keep the valuation high? How much of it is because these investors want more guarantee that they're going to get their money back?
Yeah, first of all, I'm happy to be here, John. We've been talking throughout, the last 3-4 years. So you really followed our story through COVID and now, as we are coming out of this. And regarding your specific question, I think that companies right now are finding a lot of different ways to fund themselves. We actually combine debt and equity. So it was important for us to set a valuation for the company. And obviously, we did an up round in a down market, which tells you a lot about the strength of our business right now. Debt is part of this. It's the best way to optimize, I would say, valuation, dilution, and other things at this stage of the company.
Got you. Now tell me about the business travel market at this time. It seems like face-to-face for certain things is coming back, but companies are also trying to lean into not doing that. So how much of what your platform is doing is cost management? How much of it is driven by the macro environment with how much business travel overall is happening?
Yeah, for TripActions, I actually think that we are in the perfect place because on one side, companies are realizing that it is extremely important to meet face-to-face. So just to give you an idea, we have a product, Teams Travel. These are teams that are traveling for offsites, on-sites, meeting together. This product grew in August at a 70% rate month over month, right? So that gives you an indication. So there are a lot of new use cases, product teams, R&D teams, traveling, but we also see the old use cases, such as sales team going to close a big deal. Actually, there is a lot of pressure right now on companies to meet their numbers, and we know that to meet the numbers, you actually need to meet with your prospects, clients, and bringing this business in. So this is one side. On the other side, the fear of recession, companies are saving or need to save money. This is what TripActions is really good at. We are providing real-time global visibility to any type of spend of the organization, whether it's travel, entertainment, procurement. So companies, CFOs really need our capabilities right now.
I wonder if there are limits, though, to the business trip at large. In other words, do you think there's a situation in which a trip to Asia, Japan, certainly Hong Kong, is just going to be a bridge too far for some?
I don't know. People ask me the same question, even in this studio in June, 2020. And people were saying that people will never travel again. And I was always saying the same thing. Nothing replaces the in-person connections. It is so important to meet face-to-face. You can do video conferencing. I'm doing video conferencing with you right now, but nothing replaces the face-to-face connection. And I think that will stay. We are actually seeing it with our customers. We see more and more trips per company. We see the numbers getting back almost to the same place of where they were pre-COVID. And in fact, prices right now on flights went down to levels that are below 2019, right? So you can actually see the growth of execution.
Right. Ariel, whenever you see an up round these days in the current market environment amid all the volatility, it does raise some eyebrows. Did you use public comps here? Can you give us some color as to how you arrived at this? You guys have actually seen your valuation double over the past few years. How did you get there?
Yeah, first of all, our business in terms of new customers and activity has grown more than 4x on a pre-COVID. So that's our business. But if you just take a year-to-year growth, we grew this year, or we're going to end this year at a 5x growth rate. Our bookings on the bookings of travel, we are going at 5x, on expenses at a 7x. So nobody in this industry is right now growing at our pace. And we are actually changing the industry. We are taking share for our competitors that are basically running something that is extremely antiquated, right? You need to call it an agent. You need to submit a form to expense. Nobody likes to do expense or calling an agent to book their trip. So by making it all online, by making it the best offer that is out there, we are growing so fast that, yes, when you use comparables, this valuation is actually a fair valuation.
All right. Ariel Cohen, CEO and co-founder of TripActions, with also an eye into what's happening in business travel. Thank you.
Thank you so much.